Hello everyone, and welcome back to YouTube Daily Military Channel. A NATO E-3A arrives at Davis-Monthan AFB. A NATO E-3A Airborne Early Warning Control System AWACS arrives at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, where it will be stored at the 309th Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group, AMARG, also known as the Boneyard. Boeing E-3 Sentry. The Boeing E-3 Sentry is an American airborne early warning and control AEWC aircraft developed by Boeing. E-3s are commonly known as AWACS, Airborne Warning and Control System. Trident Juncture 2023, NATO E-3A Component Mission, different angles of single and multiple NATO E-3A AWACS at Orland Main Air Base, Orland MAS. Total shot of NLKDC-10, U.S. Air Force E-3A AWACS and U.S. Marines KC-130J Hercules, HNLMS Johann de Witt in background. U.S. flight mechanic/engineer does a pre-flight walk-around of the AWACS, nor ground operations in high-visibility vest. Crew walks to the AWACS for flight, another AWACS in background, close-up of two U.S. flight mechanics/engineers. Surveillance operators working. Illustration shot of sky. HNLMS Johann de Witt as seen from cockpit during approach Orland MAS, Airborne Warning and Control System, AWACS, NATO aircraft assigned to the NATO Airborne Early Warning, NAEW, conducted flights in Norwegian airspace Friday, October 26, 2022. To train with allied nations participating in exercise Trident Juncture 18, Trident Juncture brings together 250 aircraft with the AWACS portion of the exercise testing abilities to gather and distribute information ranging from weather conditions, other aerial contacts, intelligence, and relay this information to commanders to assist in better informed decision capabilities. A typical AWACS unit utilizes 14 personnel to fly, navigate, and perform surveillance duties while in flight. Flight time may range from 9 to 16 hours per flight, and the information when distributed has the potential to provide better command and control of a war-fighting environment. NATO AWACS patrol Allied airspace. NATO's AWACS aircraft are patrolling Allied airspace in Eastern Europe, in the wake of Russia's attack on Ukraine. NATO's Boeing E-3A Airborne Warning Control System aircraft has a distinctive radar dome mounted on the fuselage, which allows the crew to survey an area of more than 310,798 square kilometers, or about the size of Poland. Footage includes shots of NATO AWACS taking off and images from on board the aircraft, and sound bites from Major Dan Rhino Reinhardt, Tactical Director, and Lieutenant Patricia Mad Dog Nerson, Weapons Controller from NATO Airborne Early Warning Control Force. The Boeing E-3 Sentry is an American airborne early warning and control AEWC aircraft developed by Boeing. E-3s are commonly known as AWACS, Airborne Warning and Control System. Derived from the Boeing 707 airliner, it provides all-weather surveillance, command, control, and communications, and is used by the United States Air Force, NATO, French Air and Space Force, Royal Saudi Air Force and Chilean Air Force. The E-3 has a distinctive rotating radar dome, rotodome, above the fuselage. Production ended in 1992 after 68 aircraft had been built. In the mid-1960s, the U.S. Air Force, USAF, was seeking an aircraft to replace its piston-engined Lockheed EC-121 Morning Star, which had been in service for over a decade. After issuing preliminary development contracts to 3 companies, the USAF picked Boeing to construct 2 airframes to test Westinghouse Electric and Hughes's competing radars. Both radars used pulse Doppler technology, with Westinghouse's design emerging as the contract winner. Testing on the first production E-3 began in October 1975. NATO to modernize AWACS fleet. AWACS planes at NATO Air Base Geilenkirchen, NATO, and Boeing signed a contract in November 2019 to modernize the NATO AWACS, Airborne Warning and Control System, fleet, ensuring they continue to support the Alliance's missions to 2035. Often referred to as NATO's Eyes in the Sky, the Boeing E-3A AWACS aircraft provide the Alliance with air surveillance, command and control, battle space management and communications. The fleet of 14 AWACS aircraft are based in Geilenkirchen, Germany. They conduct a wide range of missions such as air policing, support to counter-terrorism, evacuation operations, and crisis response. Footage includes shots of a standard AWACS aircraft, an AWACS aircraft painted to mark NATO's 70th anniversary, and interviews with key personnel based at the NATO Air Base in Germany. Background: in 1963, the USAF asked for proposals for an Airborne Warning and Control System, AWACS, to replace its EC-121 Warning Stars, which had served in the airborne early warning role for over a decade. The new aircraft would take advantage of improvements in radar technology and computer-aided radar data analysis and data reduction. These developments allowed airborne radars to look down, i.e. to detect the movement of low-flying aircraft, and discriminate, even over. Boeing initially proposed a purpose-built aircraft, but tests indicated it would not outperform the already operational 707, so the latter was chosen instead. To increase endurance, this design was to be powered by 8 General Electric TF-34S. It would carry its radar in a rotating dome mounted at the top of a forward-swept tail, above the fuselage. Boeing was selected ahead of McDonnell Douglas's DC-8-based proposal in July 1970. Initial orders were placed for 2 aircraft, designated EC-137D, as test beds to evaluate the 2 competing radars. As the test beds did not need the same 14-hour endurance demanded of the production aircraft, the EC-137s retained the Pratt & Whitney JT3D commercial engines, and a later reduction in the endurance requirement led to retention of the JT3D engines in production. AWACS, NATO's Eyes in the Sky explained, NATO has signed a $1 billion contract to modernize the AWACS, Airborne Warning and Control System, fleet, ensuring that it will continue to support the Alliance's missions to 2035. Often referred to as NATO's Eyes in the Sky, the Boeing E-3A AWACS aircraft provide the Alliance with air surveillance, airborne early warning control, command and control, battle space management and communications. The fleet of 14 AWACS aircraft are based in Geilenkirchen, Germany. They provide support to a wide range of missions, including air policing, fighter control, airspace control, counter-terrorism, search and rescue, crisis response and maritime operations. Footage includes shots of AWACS aircraft, interior and exterior, and personnel on board AWACS aircraft.